During our last session, we talked about this problem right here that they tell you one of the solutions is 8 minus square root of k over 4. They give you what the parent quadratic equation is, and they want to know what is the value of k. The explanation that the DSAT gives involves using the quadratic formula. You plug everything in, you do a whole bunch of math, and it'll tell you what k is. That is predicated on the fact that you realize that this is going to have to use the quadratic formula. The other way that you can do it is, after I went back and took a look at it, is if you want to put this into Desmos, it's going to require a little bit of reworking of the equation, but here's what it looks like in Desmos. So we put our parent equation in here, and then we have our two roots, or two solutions, and we're going to call these two solutions just like x sub 1 equals just the x value. We're going to call this one x sub 2 equals just the x value. So these are our two different roots and solutions based on what Desmos is giving us. Now, Desmos tells us that these equations, if you go back and you think about a parabola, just a regular parabola, if we have a parabola that has roots or solutions at -2 and 2, we say that x equals -2 and x equals 2 for the solutions. So in this equation, they told us that the solution is this, 8 minus square root of k over 4. X equals this. But what they want is they want k. So we're going to rewrite this equation. Follow the steps here to rewrite the equation. You can pause the video and look through it if you want. Eventually, we come out with this. We come out with k equals -4x plus 8 squared. And so this is this equation, but in terms of k. So then we take that and we plug that back in here, and we say k equals -4x plus 8, and all of that is squared. So this is what's going to give us k. So now we take our x values and we make this our x sub 1, which was the root. And so if we plug the root back into here for the x value, that tells us what k would be if our root was -0.73861. And it tells us that k value is 120. If we change that to x sub 2, it tells us the same thing, that it's 120, and so which is the correct answer. So if you have any more questions on that, this is a different way to do it in Desmos. So the way that we did this is we put the parent equation in there, found out what the solutions were, the roots, and it told us that the solution was equal to 8 minus the square root of k over 4, and they want k. So we rewrite the equation in terms of k, and then we put our x values that are the roots, that are the solutions, into that rewritten equation, and then we solve for what k is. And if you still have some questions on this, you can just ask me at our next session. Thanks.